What's up everybody, welcome to the Bold Hairspring. My name is Ivan and in today's video we'll be having a look at what many consider to be the best automatic diver under 300 bucks, the Orient
Kamasu.
As you can see, I went for the red dial, which is absolutely stunning, and I've also put it on a Strapcode Jubilee bracelet, so let's see what makes this watch such a great value proposition. So here it is guys, the red dial Orient Kamasu. It's been part of my collection since May this year, and I don't think it will be going anywhere anytime soon, as I think it's truly an amazing piece for the money. So the Kamasu lineup was released last year in 2019, and it quickly became one of the most popular entry-level dive watches among the watch enthusiasts. It retails for €389 in Spain and $460 in America. However, you can find them heavily discounted on Amazon and eBay pretty much all the time. I bought mine from a Spanish website, I'll leave a link in the description below, for €209 with shipping fees included, and I think this is a deal difficult to pass on. Before we dive into the review, I would like to thank you for watching my videos, and if you enjoy watches of any kind, then you should consider subscribing to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future content. And as always, let's start with the dimensions. The case diameter is 41.8mm with a thickness of 12.8, the lug-to-lug distance is just 46.8mm, and the lug width is 22mm. Now, my wrist is 17 centimeters or 6.7 inches in circumference, and on this Strapcode bracelet, it's one of the most comfortable watches I've ever had. That being said, the watch comes on an oyster-style bracelet, which is not terrible, but it comes with hollow end links and a pressed metal clasp, which really doesn't match the watch in terms of quality. That's why I purchased this Jubilee bracelet made by Strapcode for €87 from Amazon, and I know guys it's a bit pricey, but trust me, it's worth every penny. The end links are solid and fit the case perfectly. It's put together by screws and it has a ton of micro adjustment points on the milled out clasp. Plus, being a Jubilee style, it's quite flexible and therefore incredibly comfortable, as I've already mentioned. It also tapers down from 22 to 18mm and then back up to 22mm for the clasp. Of course, you can also go for a third-party rubber, leather or an NATO strap if that's what you prefer. Now let's talk about the case finishing and the build quality. I'm telling you guys, the moment you take the Kamasu out of its box, you'll be very pleasantly surprised. I really didn't expect it to feel so solid and well built. You get a flat sapphire crystal on top of the 316L stainless steel case, which is something Seiko will never give you for less than 500 bucks, a thick solid screw down case back on the bottom, plus a signed screw down crown, which is ensuring that 200 meters water resist rating. The crown is one of the few negatives here. It's quite small and completely protected by the crown guards. As a result, it's quite difficult to operate. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely something to be noted. And since this is a dive watch, it has a unidirectional 120 click rotating bezel with an aluminum bezel insert. I gotta be honest here, the action isn't impressive as it feels a bit soft. There's also a little bit of back play, but it is easy to turn and it's perfectly aligned. As far as the finishing goes, nothing fancy. You get circular brushing on the lugs while the flanks are high polished. A better separation in my opinion between finishes, like a bevel, would have been nice to see, but I guess that's asking too much. It's finally time to have a look at the star of the show here, the dial, and it is gorgeous. It has a sunburst effect which is very pronounced when light hits it directly, and when that happens the dial has a very vibrant red wine burgundy color that looks simply amazing. When not exposed to direct light, however, it looks matte, just like a Seiko Sarp 017 does, and the red color becomes significantly less nuanced. For that reason alone, this watch is much more versatile than you may think. A fact you may not know is that the dial design is inspired by, according to Orient, the fearsome barracuda, where the hands and markers resemble the teeth of the evil fish. I really like how the minute and seconds hands extend pretty much all the way to the end of the minute track, and then legibility is also great during the day as well as in the dark due to the applied markers and the generous amount of green, bright, long-lasting lume which is evenly applied on both the hands and our markers. And as you can see, it looks pretty impressive even when compared to my much more expensive Tudor Black Bay, which has Super Luminova C3. Moving on to the movement, the Orient Kamasu features the in-house caliber F6922. It is a bidirectional automatic movement with hacking seconds. It beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has 40 hours of power reserve and a day-dates complication. It is a fairly new movement as it was first used in 2016. It has 22 joules and a stated accuracy of -15 to +25 seconds per day, which is very acceptable for a watch in this price range. In real life, it will probably perform even better. For instance, mine is consistently running 10-12 seconds fast. Overall, I think it's a robust and reliable movement which shouldn't cause you any trouble for a long time. So guys, for €200, this watch is as good as it gets. Just a few negatives that personally I can live with. The crown is small, as I've already mentioned, the OM bracelet feels cheap, and the finishing could be better. But if Orient fixes these three things, this watch will become double the price. I can't stress enough how beautiful the dial is, plus it's protected by a sapphire crystal. The build quality is also very good, and the 200 meters rotor resistance is double what the new Seiko 5KX has to offer. And this brings me to my next point. There aren't many watches in this price range that can directly compete with the Kamasu, especially if you're looking for a watch with a red dial. The Seiko SRP D69K1 is an option, but it is 50 to 80 euro more expensive in Spain. It doesn't have a sapphire crystal, and as already stated, it has a 100 meter water resistance. The second alternative is from the Chinese manufacturer Seagull and their 65th anniversary limited edition Sea Star Diver, but that watch has a 44mm case diameter and it's more than 100 euro more expensive. On top of that, being a limited edition, it means that this Seagull won't be around for a long time. Because of all that, the Orient Kamasu would be my pick. But please let me know in the comments below what you think. And you've made it to the end of this review. To sum things up, I will simply say that as of September 2020, the Orient Kamasu is the unbeatable king in the realm of value for money. You're getting everything Japan is famous for: heritage, beauty and reliability. Plus a sapphire crystal. Don't forget that. Forget hard legs instead. Alright guys, thanks for watching another of my videos. I'll see you in the next one.